Idaho has been all over the news for different types of crime, including the famous college murders. But another set of murders took place in the same vicinity just a few years back, and the truth still remains a mystery. If you're wondering what we're talking about, yes, we're indeed talking about the murders of Tylee Ryan and J. Vallow. Here's a gist of what we know so far. Lori Vallow is an eastern Idaho mom who has been accused of killing her two children, J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan, as well as conspiring to kill her husband's previous wife, Tammy Daybell. Lori's husband, Chad Daybell, and Lori's brother, Alex Cox, were also accused of being a part of this conspiracy as well as the murders. Lori Vallow has also stated that she had an alibi in these murders. Alex passed away the same year that Lori's kids were murdered. Lori has also stated that her kids were killed at her late brother's apartment. The attorneys in charge of Lori Vallow Daybell have filed the court documents in eastern Idaho in the triple murder case. Let's start right from the beginning to get a better understanding of the victims and the suspects in this case. Before we begin, it's important to note that Lori Vallow was married 5 times to the following men: Nelson Yanes, William LaGoya, Joseph Ryan, Charles Vallow, and her current husband, Chad Daybell. Lori's current husband, Chad, was previously married to Tamara Douglas in 1990. Lori, at the point in time, was married to Joseph Anthony Ryan Jr., and the two of them had Tylee Ryan. Lori got divorced from Joseph and married Charles Vallow in 2006. In 2007, Alex Cox, Lori's brother, got into an altercation with Joseph Ryan, due to which he was sent to jail for 90 days. He also had a probation of 5 years to complete before he was set free. Cox was supposed to be out of prison in May 2013, but got out early in December 2011. On the 25th of May 2011, Joshua Jackson Vallow, the son of Charles Vallow's nephew, was born. Lori and Charles were married, then adopted Joshua and moved with him and Tylee to Kauai, Hawaii, sometime towards the end of 2014. After staying there for a while, they moved to Arizona in mid-2017. In 2018, Lori's ex-husband Joseph Ryan died of a sudden heart attack, but no one suspected foul play. Toward the end of the same year, Lori meets Chad and they hit off pretty well. During this time, she's still married to Charles, who files for divorce. His reason for filing for divorce was that his wife threatened to murder him. The same year, on the 11th of July, Charles was shot dead by Lori's brother, which she claimed was an act of defense. After Charles' demise, Lori realized that her husband had changed the beneficiary of his $1 million life insurance policy from Lori's name to Kay Woodcock, his sister's name. Kay Woodcock also happens to be JJ's paternal grandmother. Lori then moves to Rexburg, Idaho to be with Chad Daybell. On the 8th of September, Lori, Alex, Tylee, and JJ were seen in public at Yellowstone National Park. This was the last time that Tylee was seen in public. On the 23rd of September, JJ was last seen at Kennedy Elementary in Rexburg, which he attended. Lori informs the school that he would no longer be attending and would instead be homeschooled. On the 1st of October 2019, Lori rented a storage locker in Rexburg in which the two children's belongings were found later on. A few days after this, Tammy, Lori's ex-husband's ex-wife, called 911 to report that a masked assailant tried to shoot her with a paintball gun. 10 days after this, Tammy is found dead in her home on the 19th of October. At that point in time, her death was ruled to be due to natural causes. However, the case has been reopened. The storage units that were rented by Lori were used by Alex multiple times in the month of October. Towards the end of the month, Alex and Lori's niece, Melanie Boudreau, were seen discarding children's items while driving up to Rexburg. Everything is quite calm, and Lori Vallow ties the knot with Chad Daybell in Hawaii on the 5th of November 2019. Toward the end of the month, the police came to conduct a well-being check on JJ. However, Lori tells the police that he's away with family in Arizona and that Tylee is away at Brigham Young University. The next day, Chad and Lori pack and flee until they're later found at Kauai. Police start a search for the children. When there's no information on this, police begin looking into the death of Tammy in the month of December to see if they can find some clues. As soon as they do this, Alex Cox dies on the 12th of 2019, which according to the autopsy was due to natural causes. The police realize that there is something fishy going on, and they officially announce an investigation into the disappearance of Tylee and JJ. The police looked at all the places that these two kids could have been, including Chad and Tammy's former home in Idaho. Lori was served with a court order to produce the kids in 5 days. She did not do that, and was hence served with 2 felony counts of desertion and non-support of dependent children. Amidst all this, Tylee's phone was found with Lori's belongings. By February 2020, Lori was charged with a $5 million bail, and by March, her bail was lowered to $1 million. She still continued to be in jail as the local bail bond companies refused to be associated with this case. On the 9th of June 2020, the remains of the two children were found in the backyard of Chad Daybell's property in Salem, Idaho. Daybell was arrested later that day and was charged with destruction, alteration, or concealment of evidence. He was taken to the Fremont County Jail. It was later revealed that JJ was tied with duct tape and tied up in a plastic bag, while Tylee was dismembered and partially burned. It is decided that Lori Daybell's jury trial will take place between the 25th and 29th of January at Madison County on 3 misdemeanor charges. In addition to this, the Arizona police decide to file a conspiracy against Lori Daybell for the death of Charles Vallow. On the 21st of August 2020, Chad Daybell pleads not guilty to all 4 felony counts that were charged against him. On the 11th of January 2021, Chad's trial was scheduled to begin, and on the 4th of February, Tamara Daybell's death was taken over by prosecutor Lindsay Blake. By the 22nd of March, both Chad's and Lori's cases were merged, and it was decided that the court venue would be changed. After going through a tough process in court, Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell were charged with the murders of their 2 kids, as well as that of Tamara Daybell. Lori is in a tough spot and was not doing too well in court, so on the 27th of May 2021, Lori was deemed unfit for trial. But a month later, she was indicted by the Arizona grand jury on conspiracy to murder her husband, Charles Vallow. By August 5th, prosecution was seeking a death penalty for Chad Daybell. Lori was still not mentally sound and was at a mental health facility where she was seeking treatment. This was on till 8th of September 2021 when she was given another 180 days to recover. Between March and June of 2022, the judge in court denied Chad's request to separate his case from Lori's case. By the 11th of April, Judge Boyce declared that Lori Vallow is fit for trial. Lori attended court on the 19th of April, and her lawyers put in a plea of not guilty for her while she remained silent while being arraigned. Also, Judge Boyce refused to drop Chad's charges, and the prosecution announced that they would be seeking the death penalty for Lori as the killings were based on financial and immoral motives. The trial was scheduled for October 11, 2022, and it was expected to continue until December 16, 2022. The trial date was later postponed to January 9, 2023, as they wanted Lori and Chad to be tried together. Lori's competency was posed as a concern yet again, and hence on the 8th of December 2023, a new trial date was set. The new trial date was set on the 3rd of April 2023. As of March 3, 2023, the judge had severed the case of Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow. If Lori and Chad were truly involved in the murder of Tylee and JJ, the big question on everyone's mind is, why did they do it? According to some individuals, it could have been backed up by the end-of-time religious beliefs that Chad and Lori had. Chad and Lori believed in Mormon-influenced apocalyptic beliefs. In fact, Lori's niece, Melanie Boudreau, is also said to share the same beliefs. The real reason why these murders were committed is still being looked into. Maybe once the jury comes out with a decision, we may get an answer to this question. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the recent developments in the case of the killings of JJ Vallow and Tylee Ryan. Stay tuned to find out what happens next in the case after it goes to trial. Please like and subscribe for more updates in this case and other true crime stories.